NDC Thunder Bay.
NDC Thunder Bay.
NDC Thunder Bay is one of 4 train centers in Canada
for cross-country skiers.
It's the next level once you graduate from high school or as a junior skier.
Pursue skiing post-high school.
Post-high school to come and train full-time.
We're all based out of Thunder Bay, Ontario.
Most of them on the team the past couple of years have been from within Ontario.
They equate it to an OHL team of cross-country skiing.
Train as a team day in, day out, travel, do training camps in the summer, go to races.
In a well-supported and...
It's a support system for athletes to pursue high performance.
It's a program that helps develop them to move up the ranks towards World Cup levels.
We're trying to make the next level, which is World Cup racing and Olympic racing.
Their goals are to get on the national team.
Their goal is to make the national team and compete at an international level.
Being on training center gives you lots of support in terms of coaching, staff for WAC support at races.
Being part of the training center, the biggest thing for me is just having like-minded people, other people who are motivated to be successful skiers.
It's so much easier to train full-time when we have
a really good support staff.
Planning trips.
Getting to camps on snow in the summer and opportunities like that.
It makes it so much easier to be a full-time athlete and do everything you need to be the best that you can be without having to worry about all the other little things.
Good training facilities, high-level coaching.
Great training partners every day.
Important to pursuing skiing at a high level.
Well, we get to be in contact with our coaches like every day.
Every single day with some of the best athletes in Canada.
It's brought together a bunch of great athletes together. The collaboration with all those athletes, with all the coaches I've been fortunate enough to work with.
The opportunity to get out and experience skiing at the next level.
We just push each other to the next level.
It can be more difficult for some than others.
It's quite time consuming and
just skiing all day, it can get boring perhaps.
Challenges of being a full-time athlete are managing your ski life and your life.
It is like a job. It's a 9 to 5. You get up at whatever time and the van comes and picks you up, and the day doesn't end until you've done your last train session, which is usually after 5 o'clock. You have 2 train sessions in a day, so...
Having connections outside of the ski world can be difficult at times.
So that can be tricky sometimes for some people. Some people love it, you have to love it, but...
Finding balance, for sure. Not being so emotional, I think.
Balancing your life with other things.
No, I love being a full-time athlete. Like, I've done just a little bit of school when I've needed to for financial reasons.
Mostly it's really expensive. So like, the big thing is getting enough funds.
And working to try to support your skiing. And
traveling with a group of friends, which is awesome, but when you're living with 9 other people for a month or so on end, sometimes it can get at people, right?
It's a great group of people, so we don't get tired of each other.
The ski community here in Thunder Bay is so great.
It's definitely a lot of fun.
It's what we do and we love it.
Highlights this season, well...
We got to go to Norway.
To Norway in the winter for some races.
Nationals was really sweet.
The way I raced at Nationals this year was the highlight of my season.
To win the sprint race at Nationals, and then I had a couple other good races there, as well as a good Easterns.
Easterns and Nationals. Easterns was kind of a turning point in the season. I had
a few good sprint qualifiers. I was the first non-Olympian at Nationals in the sprint qualifier.
It's winning the first Olympic qualifier race, sprint skate race.
Well, the most fun I had was probably going to Austria in the summer to train on a glacier.
Austria for an on-snow camp in the summer, which was an incredible experience. And
I had my first couple of top 10s in open men, which was a big highlight.
I also won OUAs this year, and
Easterns I came back and I just decided that I didn't want to even care about anything and just race, because that's what I love to do, and able to come 4th 3 days in a row in the open category.
3rd in the finish line, and the other guys got tangled up and I pulled ahead to win.
A bit of a slow and rough start where the fitness was there, but the mental side wasn't.
On the whole, it wasn't my best season, but...
World Juniors was definitely the low point, probably, of my ski career thus far.
The low point was World U23 Championships.
My main goal for this season was to race well at World Juniors, which did not go as planned.
I just, I don't know, something was probably wrong with my training and I wasn't recovering very well, so I just wasn't in super good shape for World Championships.
Low point was, well, from the same weekend, not qualifying for the under 23 championships, which were in Italy.
We didn't get to qualify for World U23s.
When I was sick at the biggest race of the year, which is trial.
Going into the first races, which were technically selection races, and I think I really had a hard time coming to terms with the fact that they were selection races, but they were still just regular NORAMs.
And that was one of my main goals for the year, so not making that trip was disappointing, but
So it was challenging to get through that and stay positive. But
I knew I'd trained really hard in the summer, and I'd put in a lot of hours and a lot of time and effort into kind of improving on the fitness side, but also on the mental side.
Not very confident going into that, and ended up getting sick at that event. So the biggest races of the year, the biggest goal was not what I wanted. I didn't have the races I wanted, and I didn't have the feeling I wanted. So that was pretty disappointing.
Well, I didn't qualify for the World Championships this year. I was a little bit unwell during trials and had a tough time there, but
Just to get there and not be feeling the way I wanted to after focusing on those races all season. It was hard to take, but I was glad I could still finish the season with some good races.
In one of my better races, I thought, this season, I ended up spraining my ankle. That left me kind of out of commission over the Christmas break. I wasn't able to get any intensity workouts in. That was pretty hard to get past, for sure. So that was the biggest low. Next year, moving into senior men, it's definitely a big jump. Much more competitive, I'd say.
In terms of the training center, there is going to be a lot of improvement and growth from our team.
So for next year, the biggest goal is to qualify for World Championships for under 23 athletes.
so I still have another year as a junior, so World Junior Championships next year. And
I definitely want to qualify for U23s, and I was second U23 aggregate at national, so I think it's definitely a big possibility.
This year, the biggest goal is making Canada Winter Games.
Our team is pretty much staying together this year, and I think
next year is one of the World Champ years, so I hope I can get a spot on that team. It's in Switzerland this year, Balloon.
continuing to improve as an athlete.
You know, I want to be able to train smart and train happy.
be on the training center for at least a few more years.
I mean, my next big goal is to qualify for World Senior Championships, probably in Sweden.
nationals as well, is at Lappy.
Everyone can expect big things again next year from the training center.
And moving forward, I mean, to one day be on the national team and ski on the World Cup for sure.
Hopefully jump to the World Cup level eventually.
Hopefully getting on the national team with good results.
And then the 2018 Olympics.
Still have Olympic dreams.
Huge shout out to Michael Keating from Sault Ste. Marie.
Marty Neva.
Parents number one.
My father's company, Manette May and Associates.
Rayo
Also Dave Webster.
and Rod Stompy.
Algoma Bikes who supported me, and
Lappy Nordic.
Walden Cross Country Fitness Club.
Rosenhill.
Solomon and One Way.
all my equipment sponsors, Solomon, One Way, Polar, Scratch Labs.